and welcome. The Congress party's calf slaughter and feast on the street protest has boomeranged. Rahul Gandhi has apologized after the hue and cry. Point is, look at this video. Point is, what emboldened the workers to turn barbaric on the streets in Kannur as they politicized the ban? The opposition claims that the government's new notification to ban the sale of animals for slaughter at animal market actually amounts to a national beef ban over a period of time and is unconstitutional, says Mamata Banerjee. Violates the federal structure of the country, says Pinarayi Vijayan, the Chief Minister of Kerala. First this report, then the debate.
The outrage that began in Kerala has now spread to Tamil Nadu. The Modi government is facing the people's ire. Its decision to ban sale and purchase of cattle from animal markets for slaughter has sparked anger. It is being accused of food fascism and infringing on people's basic rights. The political storm is intensifying.
It is an encroachment upon the rights of the state government, which cannot be accepted. The centre will have to reconsider the decision and roll back the decision on cattle sale.
The government is insensitive to the feelings.
But is politics overshadowing the real issue? The centre's notification bans sale of cattle for slaughter from animal markets only. The aim is to crack down on illegal butchery.
अब कानून ये है कि कोई कसाई पहले से कानून था कि ये कसाई नहीं यहाँ से ले सकते थे.
But the opposition says that it's the farmers who will suffer the most. The leather and meat export business may also feel the heat. But the debate that should be about farmers being burdened with old and unproductive cattle is centered on largely unfounded fears of a beef ban. Who is responsible for misleading the people? Bureau Report, India Today.
And the bigger question on to the point that we'll be asking is, after all, you can protest in this country, but in the name of protest, are you allowed to turn barbaric on the streets is the big question. And let me introduce you to my guests. I'm joined by BJP spokesperson Syed Zafar Islam, Congress spokesperson Priyanka Chaturvedi, RSS ideologue Ratan Sharda, CPIM leader Suneet Chopra and member AIADMK KS Geeta. Priyanka Chaturvedi, I want to come to you with this video. I know you're going to speak about the double standards of the BJP. You're going to speak about every other party and not respond to my question, but I want each one of you, please stick to your party stand, answer the question, then you can attack the other party. And that is why I want to begin with this video, Priyanka Chaturvedi, and ask you a very straightforward question. I know after the hue and cry and the video went viral, Rahul Gandhi said that this is not acceptable, it's barbaric. Okay, beyond that, what is it that emboldened your party workers to do something like this on the streets in Kannur is the big question. Is your party trying to put forth the sentiments of the people of Kerala in such a way so that you can politically gain out of it, and that is why they just crossed all limits, turned barbaric on the street? Priyanka Chaturvedi.
No. Firstly, we condemn all kind of barbarism, whether it was Shaktiman in Uttarakhand or whether it is the slaughter that happened right in front of public viewing, and it has been condemned by Mr. Rahul Gandhi, our party vice president, as well as all the senior leaders of the Congress party. And not just that, we didn't leave it at condemnation. We've also started an action against them where we've thrown out those people who were responsible for something like this out of the party. So this is called seeking accountability. When someone has gone out of hand, when someone has done something which is not correct, which is not going as per the ideology and the belief system of the Congress party, has no place in the Congress party.
Ma'am, you clearly didn't get my question.
Extremely clear.
I know the action that has been taken against them.
No,
you clearly didn't get my question.
I think
this quest for playing on public sentiment for political gain is my question.
No, what has emboldened
them to do something like this?
Absolutely, and we have apologized.
A calf was butchered on the
what
street.
has emboldened them is something that they will need to answer. Firstly, this is not our party's ideology. We do not believe in it. We have been very categorical in our condemnation, and not just condemnation, seeking accountability. We are very, very clear about it. Whether it was barbarism that was shown by the BJP leader in Uttarakhand, or whether it was shown by our own party member in Kerala, we have sought, not just sought a report, we have taken action.
A.K. Antony belongs to your party, ma'am. A.K. Antony belongs to your party.
No, we must come back.
Just a minute, Before I go on, I take this debate to the others. A.K. Antony belongs to your party, and your party leaders, the tallest leaders, are actually going about belittling the government's notification, saying we will not adhere to this. It is just not important, and it is not to be adhered to, and that is why the message you're passing down the line is that you will defy this.
Anjana, firstly, Anjana, please understand this. There is a directive principle in the constitution which gives the state governments the authority to take a decision on this. Kerala has a decision where cow slaughter is not banned. We have same in Goa. We have same in the northeast.
That doesn't mean you can butcher a calf on the street, right?
The entire issue.
Ma'am, that doesn't mean you can butcher a calf on the street and do a festival and a party on the street.
Ideology. No, absolutely they cannot, and we have taken action. They absolutely cannot, and we have taken action. Every senior leader has condemned it. Now, please understand something here. When the Bharatiya Janata Party talks about cow protection, we have seen how cow vigilantism has been taking place. Humans are being killed under the garb of Gau Rakshaks. They are being killed, and we don't have the Prime Minister or the BJP President speaking against
it. Okay, fine.
Or seeking any accountability coming from the
let me go to Syed Zafar Islam. Syed Zafar Islam.
No, please.
There are three big allegations. Just a moment, ma'am. Just a moment. I have 5 panelists on this debate, so please bear with me. Mr. Zafar Islam, the allegations are: number one, what your party is doing, what your government is doing is unconstitutional, says Mamata Banerjee. Pinarayi Vijayan says this is just one big step towards national ban. You're hiding it under the garb of market regulation, but this is actually heading towards national beef ban. And the big question is double standards, where cow vigilantism is actually going to increase. Mr. Islam.
Anjana, has she read this Gazette notification? There is absolutely no question of banning the cow slaughter, trade. The only thing is that regulation, we have only intervened to regulate it.
This is what they are. This is the double speak that they indulge in.
That is the only thing which we have brought in, because Priyanka, just a second.
This is what they stand for. This is their ideology.
Don't shed crocodile tears here. All this suspension and condemnation is only post the video was viral, and there was a public outcry, and that's why you took at that position. Otherwise, the people of India know that how much you have disrespected the sentiment of 100 billion people here. Don't speak all this. Priyanka, let me just complete.
Okay, fine, Priyanka, you've asked a question, let him reply. Double standards and double speak.
Anjana,
okay, fine. Priyanka, please, I have to go to the others. Let's not make this too much of...
This is your speech, this is the truth.
No, Anjana, Congress doesn't even know. Doesn't even know that.
Because he has spoken what actually is the truth about the BJP.
The truth about the BJP is that, yes, we do want to have complete ban on cow slaughter across all India. There is a federal structure. We have to respect that. But however, there has to be some method to madness. Your leaders are resorting to something which has been condemned by every citizen of this country, and you need to condemn as well. You have condemned only after the video was viral, and there was a public outcry. Every citizen of this country, when they started condemning it, that's when you have taken action. So don't preach it. We are already converted. You people have taken a different stand whenever it suits you. You people have taken a different stand when it is actually not
question gets lost, and that is why I will request everyone to just lower their volume. Can you just decrease the volume? Mr. Zafar Islam, before you try to escape the question, I want to put it in the right perspective. Just a minute, can we lower the volume, please? Can we lower the volume? Zafar Islam, I want to put this question in the right perspective. Please do not deviate. Please answer for your party. At least put up some accountability in an open debate that the country is watching. Zafar Islam, Kiran Rijiju has something else to say about the food habits of people in the northeast, in which he defends the eating of beef. Manohar Parrikar says it's not possible in Goa. I want to ask you a straightforward question on how are you going to regulate or go towards a national ban with this kind of different states have different food habits. You will have to respect that, right? And your own ministers and chief ministers have been saying this. What is your response to that?
Anjana,
straight response on this.
No, I am responding to your question.
Yes.
There are two aspects of this to look at it. You have to see in the right perspective. First of all, you have to understand the sentiments of the people of this country. Large section of the society feel that there is some level of astha, and they feel that cow need not be slaughtered, and that is something which BJP had clearly advocated, and we respect that. Having said that, there are some states where the cow slaughter has still not been banned, but our intent, our wish is definitely that cow slaughter should be banned across India, and that is something which we are trying to pursue. There's something which we have achieved. Okay. Wherever we have a government, we have achieved.
I hope you're talking to Kiran Rijiju and Manohar Parrikar as well. I want to leave it there because it's not going to be very easy to get a definite answer. I just hope that Kiran Rijiju, Manohar Parrikar and the others are being taken into confidence, because these are states you'll have to handle ultimately. I want to come to you, Suneet Chopra. Just a moment, Matt. Suneet Chopra. Clearly, I don't want to get into this if you actually relate it to public sentiments and Hindu sentiments. My question to you is, are you okay? Is your party okay and actually supporting such open display of beef festivals? Now they're calling it Beef Fest, Beef Party. Be it Thiruvananthapuram, where the SFI has actually organized a beef festival, be it Coimbatore, be it IIT Madras, be it different places where the LDF is actually protesting on the street with beef parties and beef festivals. Is this justified? And you find it okay?
Am I going to call beef chicken? Is it better to tell the truth than to tell a lie? Is it like the BJP is doing? They are saying one thing with their person on this debate. They're saying another thing from their ministers from the northeast and Goa. We are not people who are dishonest. If it's beef, it's beef. And we have a right to eat beef in Kerala, and we are going to eat it. What's wrong? There's nothing wrong with that. And the reason is because India's farmers are poor, and cattle that cannot be sustained and supported are dying in Delhi streets from accidents. They are eating plastic bottles and plastic bags and dying of that. They are being
law and order situations are arising, Mr. Chopra.
By the BJP, like in Rajasthan. Tell me,
Mr. Chopra,
Mr. Suneet
law
Chopra.
and order situations are arising.
Let me ask you one question.
Out of these beef festivals,
in Rajasthan, 700
these statements will not hold any merit, because
tell me,
you have to ask yourself.
There is nothing wrong.
The way the cattle has been slaughtered.
You are selling the
in public domain. Is that something which you advocate?
You are selling the most beef from India.
I want you, Ratan Sharda, to respond to that.
Brazil
Mr. Ratan Sharda, please respond to that.
Don't give me all these stories.
Please respond to that. Maximum beef, and the big question is
it is ridiculous.
The double standards, because Pinarayi Vijayan is very clearly saying that it's just the RSS agenda that the government is pushing forth with this regulation.
It is double standards.
Let me first of all say, by Mr. Chopra, please, by putting all this as a Hindu society issue, as an RSS issue, is the sheer idiocy. First of all, I must say, whatever Congress may say, the actions done in Kerala, action done by CPM Temple Devasam board head, who's an atheist, of making exhibition of beef slaughter, is going to hurt them. It is all this is purely a contempt for Hindus. It is a contempt for the Hindu thought and Hindu reverence. And remember, cow protection is not a religious issue only. Cow protection world over is an issue of environmental disaster, of environmental safety and protection. And this Congress, which has been hold contempt for Hindus right from Nehru's time, who was last British, to Rajiv Gandhi, who was an excellent Hindu, through Sonia Gandhi who gave special visas to missionaries. All this thought is a continuous process. They will pander to every kind of minority whims. Tell me if horse murder is banned. Listen, Ms. Chopra. If horse meat is banned in USA, if pork is banned in UAE or whole of Muslim countries, why cow cannot be cow slaughter cannot be banned in? You cannot put a ban. You cannot put a ban on
1 minute, please.
Because Hindu issue is not a Hindu issue. Remember this, RSS always take constitutional part. We took signatories, 2 crore signatories for cow protection way back in 1966.
Okay, I don't want this debate to actually get lost in personal attacks like this. I have to... Before I go to the guests, actually, a lot of people don't understand what the notification actually means. I'll just explain it to you in 2 sentences. This will ensure that in the cattle markets, cattle will not be sold or bought for slaughter. Now, what does this mean? The owners of the slaughterhouses cannot go to these cattle markets and buy cow, calf, buffalo or camel for slaughtering, which means they'll have to either source it from individual farmers. So then buying in bulk for the slaughterhouses will not be possible. Eventually, it will ultimately affect their business and the country will narrow down towards actually shortage of such cattle for the slaughterhouses. So this is what it eventually means. The parties are calling it moving towards national ban. The BJP says we're just regulating the buying and selling of cattle for slaughter in the markets. I want to go to you, KS Geeta, the member of AIADMK. With these visuals of protests, AIADMK's stand has to be clear, because we also have visuals of IIT Madras celebrating a beef party, a beef festival that they had organized. What is your party stand? Pinarayi Vijayan, the Chief Minister of Kerala, clearly says that we will defy this national ban. Is your party, is your government there going to defy it?
My party has no bones or, spine to defy, because all the leaders are in trouble for some corruption charge or the other. But I can speak for myself as a citizen of this country and as a staunch Hindu myself. Maybe I might not eat beef, but then the government cannot force people to, they cannot streamline somebody to say that you should only eat this food and that food. Then what happens to all the cattle? See, I also have cattle. I'm a farmer, basically. I also have a farm. And, maybe I'm rich enough to hold on to the old cows. But what about the poor farmer? He cannot hold on to the cows. He has to sell it. At some time, the cow, there is no fodder as of now. You should realize there is so much of a drought and there is no fodder. There are a lot of cows dying even in the farms. So this government has to be practical, especially the BJP government. I do not understand why they are all making politics out of this.
Syed Zafar Islam, please respond to that. Please respond to that. You're entering people's plates, their kitchen. You want to dictate what they should eat, what they should not eat.
I think absolutely there is no merit in that. See, the Gazette notification only suggests that the market will be regulated, because if you know historically, if you see the evidence that from these mandis, the many cattle, cow and buffaloes have been illegally smuggled to places like Bangladesh, Nepal, and that's something which we need to put a full stop on that. So we are actually, by regulating this market, we'll put a full stop to smuggling, and that is what the intent of the government is. Having said that, let me also tell you, Anjana, that whatever the apprehension these people have, that will not happen. Whatever you also said, that eventually the market will collapse and there will be no business and slaughterhouse will have to be closed. Even today, if you see, how much they source from the market and how much they directly purchase. In fact, the ratio is 80-20. But as the market will evolve and they will not be able to source from mandi, they will eventually source from directly from...
You're just supporting what I said, sir. You're just supporting what I said. 80% of the cattle is outsourced from these markets by the slaughter owners, right?
Okay, so sorry, I didn't hear properly that.
If you're actually clipping off that 80% in a go, it's not possible for these slaughter owners to go individually to farmers to buy cattle, right? That's the aim. And you yourself began by saying that it's our intention to move towards a national ban, didn't you?
No, intention of this notification is to stop illegal smuggling of cattle to Bangladesh and Nepal. That is the primary objective of the Gazette notification.
Priyanka Chaturvedi, respond to that.
People have misunderstood. They have actually unnecessarily protesting it, and even there has to be some method to madness how to protest in a democratic process, in a democratic country. The class slaughtering and in cow culling
firstly you need to understand something. If you look at the
which is very unwarranted.
India under Mr. Modi has become the largest exporter of beef, largest exporter of beef across the world. This is the truth.
So if he wants to check that,
who is saying that not
so if he wants to check it,
not to export beef,
probably he wants to check it now.
Beef export, no one.
Exporter, please allow me to complete. Allow me to complete.
Please keep it short because I want to go to every participant. Please keep it short, Priyanka Chaturvedi.
Mr. Sangeet Som enjoys Z+ security and does things. They talk about banning slaughter, and in Goa you have Mr. Parikar ensuring that there are slaughterhouses that are running.
No, now we are repeating ourselves. Now we are repeating ourselves.
Double speak. You have the
Mr. Sarda, Mr. Sarda, Mr. Sarda, Mr. Sarda.
You're not repeating. It is important.
Mr. Sarda,
it is important that
make your point quickly, sir.
And
Mr. Chopra. Mr. Sarda.
Yes. See, first of all, let us be very clear, all beef is not cow. Beef is also buffalo meat. So we should not mix up these issues of beef meat as cow meat. I would also like to respond to Mr. Chopra who talked of dying cows. Tomorrow when people dying of poverty and famine, would you advocate a killing of those people also? What kind of logic is this?
Respond to that, Mr. Chopra, quickly.
Logic behind saving cattle.
Respond to that,
World over,
Mr. Chopra,
people is moving away from meat, and they are moving away from meat and cattle. They are going green, they are going vegan. And these people
that you
just
find no difference between cows dying and people dying.
Talking of advocating beef ban.
We know where this entire debate is actually going. Beef politics has reached a new hysteria in this country. Much needs to be seen in the future days. But as of now, the government is clear. They're in with a notification. And let's see what the state governments do on this. Keep watching India Today.